Push it on Facebook.
And we're live. I think it was already on Facebook.
We're live. It's happening. It's real. It's occurring. It's not virtual. It's actual.
Not metaphysical or theoretical.
That's our new motto. It's not virtual. It's actual. What's
Could
up,
be
guys?
virtual. Elon Musk.
We're the Riffsters. Apologize if you tuned into our failed stream like a couple minutes ago. We had some issues with the device stuff.
OBS.
The tech things. The
Letters.
Technological.
Faulty equipment.
Equipnological device that we use. Anyway, if you're just joining the podcast, it's very simple. What we do here is, well, our new show is we have a host today. It's Derek. Derek has come up with a theme for us, and he's going to ask us some questions related to that theme. Then he's got a little variety segment planned for us, and then we'll do our closing chapter.
Let's introduce ourselves.
Book.
Yeah.
I am Derek, at Diet Coca-Cola on Twitter.
Julian, at AK Volpe on everything.
I'm Jack. JackSoul2 on Twitter. JackSullivan2 on Instagram.
And I'm Dana Lynn X, and I'm Dana Lynn X on literally everything.
So, you guys don't know this? Today's theme is high school.
Oh.
So, get in your
I
Wayback Machines.
I can't wait to get to high school.
Yeah. This is the advice
Zing.
for Jack. This is
Zing
the
on
debrief
yourself.
for us.
Zung yourself.
Hop in your time machines, set the dial to high school, freshman in high school. Let's do this.
Hey,
So-
little ego.
What were your experiences like? Would you, I guess the question is, would you do it again?
No.
No.
Absolutely not. I
Jen?
had a terrible time in high school.
Yeah, you had, from what I've heard, bad high school experience. Mine was good. I liked mine.
Would you do it again though?
Yes. Well, yes.
Well, okay, you're using, okay, your
if I had
ages.
his experience in high school, absolutely would do
Are
it
we
again.
saying do it again and you have opportunity to change it, or completely relive what you already experienced? My answer
Okay,
is
let's
yes
say
for both,
this.
but
You are in a stop point segment in your life where you can add, like optional, an additional 4 years to redo high school. Once you complete that high school experience, you come back to here and nothing has changed.
okay.
So, would you want to relive that experience? You can change things for 4 years,
You can change things, but
but they have no effects
I-
to this current timeline.
either way, I would say yeah. High school was like a very important growing period, I feel like, for me, and
You're at an impressive height right now. I
I
can't
know.
imagine you could
I'm
change
still
anything.
growing. No, can't wait for that puberty to finally hit in. But
That's right.
But did you fuck in high school?
no.
Yes! Because some of us hit puberty a lot sooner.
Miranda Harrington says, high school blue.
High school.
Georgina Chamale
Hi,
says hi.
Georgia.
Okay, so if you were to do high school again, what would you change though? Personally, I would do theater, rugby,
See, that's the thing. Like,
swimming.
I did a lot in high school, and a lot of things I did, like college level stuff in high school, like went to a lot of parties, like did all that stuff, and honestly, I kind of wish I had just studied more.
So
So-
Dana fucks.
So I guess
This chick fucks.
This shit, but-
I guess a couple things that I would have done differently. I would have appreciated my theater class because we had to take a fine arts class, and I can't draw and I can't play an instrument, so I was basically forced to do theater. Yep. And it is probably the class that made me grow the most as a person because it really helps with improv on the show, but it also like made me like, oh, I have to talk to people. That sucks.
Yeah.
And like it really forced me out of my shell. So I guess just learning early on. And then the other thing I would have done differently is I was very adamant, like dances are stupid, like I don't want to go. And then someone asked me to Sadie, so it's like, well, I'm not gonna like say no because I'm being a dick. And then I went and I was like, oh my god, this is so much fun. Why was I like that kid that was like dances are stupid?
There are fun. Like I think when you lose like the moment of caring and you're just like, I'm just gonna dance, like fuck it, I don't care. Then you love it.
Little Ego says, I did high school a few times due to dropping out, but got it right the last time going. Good for you. Georgina says, did you guys go to prom? And before we answer that, Unimpressive Avenger, also known as Trent Tofty, also known as Riffsters Loyalty Club.
Oh,
Hey,
Trent
Trent!
made a card.
That is
Found
that
us on
is
YouTube.
Trent. Okay.
Shout out to
Trent
Trent.
says, my high school crush set me up with my current girlfriend, which I think is the plot of an excellent teen comedy.
That is
That
a
is,
romantic
yeah.
comedy.
That is a CW show for sure.
Did you guys go to prom?
Go ahead.
I did. I went my junior and senior year. My high school is really dumb, and the prom king and queen are juniors.
Oh!
So basically, homecoming king and queen are seniors.
Because they're just old.
And then the prom king and queen, it's like right before you graduate. The people who won last year are like handing it off to the junior class. So it's like a transitionary because you have prom in like April.
Got it. That actually makes sense.
So did you guys have a? Because we had a prom for juniors. I guess you kind of just said this, and a senior ball for seniors. Do you guys have
Ours only juniors and seniors could go to prom unless your date was in that class. And then we had homecoming that was for everyone, and Sadie's where girls ask guys for everyone.
Gotcha.
I went to prom. It was okay.
Did you have a promposal?
A prom what?
A promposal. Have you heard of what these kids are doing
Oh.
to ask their dates to prom?
No,
Oh.
I actually went to prom with one of my really good friends. He took me because I didn't have a date. So
That's good.
I went out of my way for my promposal because I was just like, I'm going to be that guy. So basically, I took all the like super standard ways of asking, but wove them all together in like a cohesive. I would call it a poem only because that's like the way you would describe. Like it was just a story basically. But so my first one was for first period, or in the girls' first period, it was like a poster board, and then just like classic, written message. And then I also had like a flower with each one. And then second one was a puzzle. So it was like you had to put the pieces together and it continued the message. Third one was wrote it on the board of her class.
Did you just follow her all her
I
classes?
did it all before. And
Okay, all right.
I got her friends to like, what's your schedule? Fourth period was a cookie cake that was like with a like tuxedo, and then the message was on the box. Fifth period, I got my friend who was working in the office to bring like a note from the office.
Oh, that is a baller move. She's cutting class. You're a bad boy.
Sixth period was the note was in the balloon, so she had to pop it, and then
Did she lock it and drop it though?
No, unfortunately, she didn't.
Did not.
She didn't get the
And
hint.
it was not a very good prom.
I was like, and then seventh, or not seventh, after class, I had like the giant banner, which is like pretty standard, like outside that like finished the story, and then like the full bouquet.
Interesting. I heard that that Julian asked his prom date out in Jason Derulo lyrics.
What?
He followed a book. He's actually Jack did it originally, and then he told Julian. So when Julian was in high school, he asked his date out with Jason Derulo lyrics. What was that like, and what did she react?
Hey, we got Lil Shooty in here.
Lil
very cool.
Lil Shooty says, only got asked to prom once, missed my junior and senior prom, scribbled in the back of a present last minute because he forgot to ask me. That sounds shitty.
Aww.
And makes my
That is
Jason
Lil
Derulo.
Shitty. That is actually a lot of shitty.
At least someone asked you.
Hey, Lil Shooty. That's Lil Shitty.
That
Lil
is
Shitty.
a lot of shitty.
What was I'm sorry. I was reading her comment while you
I wanted to hear your story about asking your prom date in Jason Derulo lyrics. Like, what was just like one of the lyrics?
You mean the one that you just fictionalized just now?
No, the one that totally happened.
The one that's real?
Jack actually did do that with like a homecoming date, right?
Mine was...
It was my junior prom.
Junior prom.
I don't remember.
Doesn't matter, still counts.
I don't remember prom that well, but we were just like talking about like I guess we were just going over high school experiences. I was gonna say mine was fine. Like I was the star of the basketball team, but like I also really had a passion for drama and I wanted to sing.
Did you go for the nerdy girl though?
Yeah, there's the new girl actually. She moved into town. We met in a ski lodge, and and
This
so
sounds very fabricated.
But
So
how did
met
your
in-
popular girlfriend react to this?
No, I didn't have one, but there was this girl that like really wanted to like be
Oh.
with me because she was like the star of the drama club, and so it was kind of awkward.
That sounds like
so,
a lot of drama.
Huh,
It
sounds
was-
kind of like High School
it was-
Musical
it was-
a little bit.
It's an
Well, there was
actual
music
Taylor Swift
involved.
music video
Yeah.
on that.
Did your father like not approve?
Yeah,
of
he
your-
wasn't.
Oh,
he was
yeah.
not. He was hard not. I'm just kidding. This is the plot of High School.
Yeah.
Okay.
My actual.
I actually didn't get that.
Oh, really?
I was like, it sounds
He never
fake.
played basketball.
That sounds fake.
My actual college experience was fun.
High school.
My only high school. I'm sorry. My only regret was, that like I didn't leave my previous life as a child assassin sooner to come to a small whimsical town where my past then caught up with me.
Agent
But
Cody Banks.
other than that,
Agent Cody Banks.
I had a pretty good time.
Just because Julian completely went over it, I will say my Jason Derulo. I was pretty proud of this myself.
Did you
you
just
actually
add
write
the accent to it?
Jason.
My Jason Derulo.
That's how he says it.
That's
Jason Derulo.
That's true.
Jason.
Yeah, come on. But yeah.
Jason.
It's a coding term.
Jason.
So this was like right after I figured out that dances were actually fun. So this was the first time I actually asked someone. And Jason Derulo was like really popular back in the day, you know.
Jason Derulo.
So I used a couple of his songs, and it was at first I was writing solo. One. Now you're
Nice.
stuck in my head.
Oh,
Two.
shoot.
All day. I want to ask you to prom. So girl, what you say?
Whoa.
Boom, 3.
Do we-
Trifecta.
Now that you've brought this up, do we think that Jason Derulo just writes his songs based on like how you would ask a girl to prom, and then he just selects phrases?
He's like,
and
someone's going to do
Someone-
this.
someone-
Oh my god.
Someone's going to understand what I'm laying
Dude,
down.
you cracked
in
the
time
code.
history.
Oh my god.
Do we think that's how he writes
That
his
might be.
So
Yeah.
we got trumpets and talk dirty to me. Also, we need to somehow. How would you incorporate those two into
That's
a
when you're trying to
proposal?
ask your girl how to have sex with you for the first time. Or to have sex with you for the first time.
Here's my trumpet. Talk dirty. Let's go to prom.
Am I a trumpet? Because I'm horny.
I like how liberal you are, and that we both want to throw Trump into a pit. So, talk dirty to me. I lost that one. The yarn was unraveling faster than I could pull it.
Soleil and Andrea were just like, ah.
Yeah.
Okay, next topic. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's first jobs. And I spoke to all
Like
of you.
Steve Jobs?
No, this is high school jobs.
Got it.
So my first job, I worked as a professional smoothie maker when I was 14, 15 years old.
First, Steve.
Yes, my first Steve was very gentle. My second Steve, not so much.
Harrington.
Okay, so first job, 14 and a half, 15. I made smoothies. I was decent at it, but I'm technically a professional smoothie chef, certified by Jamba Juice. Thank you. I talked to all of you off camera, actually. Got your first jobs. Here's what you said. Julian's, he said he sold novelties in a gift shop in San Francisco. We're going to ask you about that later. Jack
What?
handed leaflets on the Vegas Strip.
True.
Yeah.
And then Dana actually decorated fancy cakes in a bakery.
Yep. heard
Which
all
has
about
some irony that comes back later that she found out there. So, Julian, your
Yes.
experience.
it. Selling novelties.
Selling novelties in San Francisco.
In San Francisco.
Where in San Francisco did you sell?
I sold them. You know, if you've ever been, Chinatown,
Yeah.
and there's the Dragon Gate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What most people don't know is immediately the street one to the right.
Yeah.
There's actually the Goat Gate.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's smaller and significantly stenchier. However, my shop, when you walk in the Goat Gate to the right, that's where my shop was.
First door
Competitive
or
real estate.
a little bit in.
Like a little bit, like a little bit in.
Okay.
There was a trash can, a homeless man named Jim, then my store,
Oh, wow. Okay.
and it was called Julian's Janglies.
Oh, you.
Whoa!
Yeah.
You owned.
Well, yeah,
You didn't rent. You owned.
yeah. No, this current job that we have right now is a significant downgrade from my previous job.
Got it. Yeah.
I grew bored with that life.
What was your most popular item, and what
Look.
kind of clientele came in?
Look, when you've sold P. Diddy
Yeah.
a tiny little Transamerica building statue, you pretty much, like, what else is there to do? Do you know what I mean?
Shoot.
Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean?
Interesting.
So, no, it was great. It was Julian's Janglies. Every day I said hi to Jim,
Yeah.
was his name.
Yes.
And, I hooked Jim
Checks
up
out.
with all the latest, Frisco gear.
Would he dance
As-
around
as we call
the
it
employed?
in
Like,
the
would he spin a
cité.
sign?
No, he was pretty chill.
Man, your first job sounds extremely boring. See, mine, I decorated cakes.
Yeah.
And
Professionally.
professionally, yes. And, like, we had a lot of bridal parties. Like, obviously, before they'd get married, they'd have, like, an engagement party or, like, the bridesmaids parties.
Get your cakes.
And I made so many dick-shaped cakes. It's unreal.
Whoa.
I got really good at
Would you-
having, like, just stuff spray from it. And, like, I would, like,
What
get
sort
the
of-
coloring down to a really nice flesh-colored icing.
What is the
Whoa.
perfect curvature of a cake penis?
Does it hang to the
It
left or the
honestly
right?
depends on which bride.
Oh, okay. You
Like-
just get like a soul read, or would you ask?
Were your cake penises lengthy or girthy?
It
Or were they ever flaccid?
honestly depending on the bride. Some women, they loved it girthy but small, and other women just really wanted a big, long cake.
Was the chode
So-
cake a high seller?
Honestly, you would be surprised.
Wow. Okay.
Was the ejaculate whipped cream, custard? What are we talking?
Okay, that also very, very depends on the bride. Most of the time, though, I noticed they really liked like the yogurt icing. So
Some brides
very
wouldn't even eat it.
Did you
I
did you sell any micro cakes or cupcakes, as you could call them?
every now and then someone would just want a couple cupcakes. They'll get like those little the hard candies.
Oh.
But penis shaped.
Oh,
of course.
yeah.
Especially white women. White women love those penis shaped like anything. I don't know why.
They love
Sorry, you were about to say?
Unimpressive Avenger says his first job was a paper shredder, which I'd love you to elaborate
Just
on.
like being a physical paper shredder?
Yeah.
Like becoming a machine and...
They handed him paper and he just went,
I like to think he was the shredder from Ninja Turtles, dressed up like that. Be like, another ream!
Lil Ego says first job was doing door-to-door sales, trying to sell newspaper subscriptions. And Cat Wow says, Dana wasn't a model?
I actually did model for a bit.
Yeah, she actually did.
I used to do fashion bug runways and stuff.
Yeah, her big hit was the Carl's Jr. calendar of
and I actually
1996.
I got that year,
actually.
I did my first brochure before I was 1 year old. It was a safety thing for our local fire department, and I was sleeping in a car seat.
No, how cute.
Very, very safe.
You woke up, you're like, is it over? All right,
over?
make that money.
I just started yelling at all the photographers, like, listen! I am the talent here!
The camera cuts and the baby's just like, listen, give me a fucking
Gerber.
cigarette. Give me a cigarette and give me a...
That Gerber baby has nothing on me! That should have been mine! I had star potential!
Just drinking out of a flask, bemoaning the career you could have had.
It's like, no, it's like...
It's a baby bottle. Just,
it's like a flask-shaped sippy cup. It has a little like rubber nipple attached to his flask that he just pulls from his diaper. Like Tyler Pickles. Jack.
First job. So my first real job, outside of the brochure.
Well, your second job, you worked at a car wash. Everyone knows that. This has been... Like,
I've discussed that hellhole before. Yeah, so my first job, I was handing leaflets out on the Vegas Strip, and if any of you have ever been to Vegas, there's constantly people handing out naked women. It's really just unsettling for all the wholesome folk that we have in our audience. But some people want a ticket, but they don't want to be seen with it. So my company, we handled leaflets that you would put over the other leaflets. So it looked like you were reading like, oh, this is nice literature on architecture in the Alps.
Dang.
And let me ask you a question.
Yes.
What was the volume of... Because I know Dana's practice was very successful. What was the volume of literature that you distributed for Dana's Dong Delights?
Oh, well, see, ours was the cover-up. Someone else was working the street handing out Dana's Dong Delights.
Got it.
But at Censors Are Us, we were just trying to make sure that everyone was able to read the literature they wanted without being judged by everyone. Even though it's Vegas, who really should be judging if you're in Vegas? But yeah, we just wanted to make sure that, Tasty Stripper Club was, covered up, or Gerald Ford Escorts, that was also covered up.
Did you ever have any luck partnering with any stripper poles, what's the name of the strip club?
I mean, Chippendales, sometimes they really liked the penis
the
cakes
the Rescue Rangers.
I bet you
they would actually get different penis cakes with all the different strippers' names on it, so the girls really knew what they were going to get before a lap dance.
And people were like, no, our stripper's name's Cinnamon, we didn't want cinnamon on it.
Yeah.
So the confusion.
And then sometimes, Chippendales would kind of work with us a little bit because a lot of bridal parties would go to their place. They'd be like, oh, by the way, you can get a really dope cake from, Dana's Dong Delights.
That's guerrilla marketing right there.
How come you don't do this anymore? Why did you stop?
She still has the skill set, though.
I mean, I still have the skill set, but, I just, after a while, I'm so allergic to gluten that it just kind of killed me inside and outside.
It makes you never want to see a penis again.
It was starting to turn into, Dana's Dong... Oh, shit, I forgot.
Devastation.
Devastation, thank you.
Not gonna lie, I had a soccer team named Devastation, which is like the most kids' soccer team name I've ever... We're the Devastation.
You start doing the haka before you go. You're like, whoa!
I accidentally started sneezing a lot on the cakes, and of course it worked out with like the cum part of the cakes because it just kind of looked like more. But
what compartment?
But it was starting to get hard to hide, and started to get lesser and lesser.
What was the most notable celebrity cake purchase?
Honestly,
You have to have some good ones.
Paris Hilton and Kim Kardashian were often there because they got married many times.
Mm-hmm.
So
And they used to be best friends.
Did you only do bridal cakes?
most of the time.
Is that exclusive?
Birthday cake sometimes too, but like the dongs really went well with the
One
kids.
penis cake goes to an 8-year-old and everyone gets up in arms.
To be fair, my mother actually would totally have bought a dong cake for my birthday. Like,
If
for
I were
sure.
to,
And they're like, it's a
Such
flexing
troll.
arm.
Yeah.
But if I were to come in saying like, "Hey, I'm throwing a Super Bowl party. Need a traditional dong cake for a Super Bowl."
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
something you do.
Sometimes we put like a little like football tattoo on the dick.
Oh, like the head of the penis is a football. I got it. Yeah.
Or that too,
Mhm.
yeah. Whatever, I love the Panthers, like just clearly down the dong.
And you clearly love the Panthers.
As a vein.
Yeah.
Like disguised
Or that
as a
too,
vein.
yeah.
Were
As
they-
a penile vein.
Were they made with these nuts, or are they,
They
not?
got penal teeth.
That was a separate service
Oh,
from
okay.
one of my other businesses.
That was her third job.
Yeah.
You guys are entrepreneurs in high school. I was working at Jamba
Entrepreneurs.
Juice. Y'all entrepreneurs.
Yo, but can anyone else make a smoothie like you? Actually, we
Yes.
all can. You're not. There.
Yes, they can. That is amazing.
Unimpressive Avenger was literally TMT Shredder.
That's true. And Lil
Literally.
Ego says Dana's Dong Downers.
Oh,
That gets pretty
better.
dirty for the Downers. Okay, so our next
Moving on.
segment is we have actually someone asking for some Riffsters advice. This is the first.
It's the first time I've ever done an advice column.
It's like we've never done an FAQ room.
Well, I mean, this is like I read this before. I selected this out of all one person that submitted it, and
Out of all one person.
we gotta help.
Very-
them. Like this
very
is some
selective.
classic
We gotta
high school
help 'em.
sticky-ish.
Okay.
Alright, hit
Okay.
us.
Dear the Riffsters, I'm 14 and I'm a freshman at Sylvester Stallone High School in Rookton, Missouri. Prom is coming up, and I really like this 18-year-old senior, Courtney. I already kind of told all my friends that she asked me, when really she doesn't know I exist. How do I ask her to her own prom without my friends knowing? She has to say yes, lol. Signed, please hurry!
This
What do
feels
they
like
do?
this was actually a comment from Derek to a YouTube or like way before, and he's just trying to get all of our advice now.
Definitely not trying to ask Courtney to prom now, please.
Wait, so this is a 14-year-old boy trying to ask an 18-year-old girl?
So
out?
we got a freshman in high school from Missouri
Mhm.
that told all his friends that he's going to prom with this senior, and he did not, and so now he
Well-
needs to ask her to her own prom.
Well,
There's-
first of all, so go ahead.
I was just going to say, there's a couple routes that you can take with this. One, sick child. Say, hey,
Ooh.
I came down with this disease. Stick it to the moniosis, as you may have seen in School of Rock. And I just really want to enjoy this night. And I think you're, like, obviously the coolest person in school. I think it would be awesome. if you go with
Obviously,
me.
I'm staring at the back nine at this point.
Mhm.
Would really do me good.
Yes. Also, another route.
I was gonna say, what's the route for those who don't want to be struck down by God?
Exactly. So,
She might not even have a date. Like, this is her prom. He's
Exactly.
not even
True.
invited to it.
yeah, exactly. So, the safe bet. Your parents are going to feel so comfortable that you're taking me. Like, you're not going to get any crazy stuff. However, I'm just the ploy. Like,
Yeah.
we just need to take our photos, get
Yeah.
in the limousine, get to prom. And then you can go nuts. But your parents are like, she's so wholesome, she took a freshman, she want to make us stay.
No.
He's
Y'all,
14.
y'all, I'm a woman. Listen. All you have to
You're a woman!
all you gotta do is dress up as Dustin from Stranger Things.
Ooh!
And go up to her
But that
with your
didn't-
hair as a greaser and just
the
be
Farrah
like,
Fawcett hair.
That's a good pull.
But that didn't work for Dustin.
it did because he got Nancy, his original crush, to
It's true.
dance with him.
So do you
true.
think
And
it
she's
was...
too old for him, just as this 18-year-old is.
Was he plotting it the entire time?
We had a
Don't
14-year-old
know.
dating an 18-year-old at my high
That
school.
is
How
Very
did
wrong.
he ask her to her own prom?
She was like going after him. It was super weird. He had skipped 2 grades, and was a sophomore.
Dang.
No, yeah. So he should have been in 8th grade,
yeah.
and she was a senior, and they were dating. And everyone's like, "This is uncomfortable. If this was like gender swapped, no one would be okay with this."
I'm not okay with it still, so.
But more people obviously are like,
Yeah.
you know.
you could also do what I did, which is walk right up to her, get uncomfortably close, and
Mm.
shout, "Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya,
"You killed my father. Prepare to die." At prom.
Oh, what
that
a plot
doesn't
twist!
sound like a threat and into her personal space at all.
Well, it works.
Well, technically, since she's a senior, she has to purchase the tickets. So you really have to make it easy for her. It's like saying, "Hey, do you want to take me to the movies?"
We could do
it's a tough ass.
The Guardian, Ashton Kutcher's technique.
Mhm.
Put $100 on it, like your friends, like, oh, you don't believe me? Bet $100, and then be like, hey, you want to make $50?
That's actually solid advice.
That's
Ashton
not bad.
Kutcher in The Guardian. He already solved this solution for us.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
But he also told all his friends that he's already going with her, so no one can find out. He can't do this grand gesture. Can't use Jason Derulo lyrics in every 5 periods.
Well, then he's already, like, he's fighting against it at this point. He's already at a disadvantage.
Mhm.
He's up the creek.
Mhm.
So
What
to
is the
speak.
hardest you guys have ever tried to get a girl to go to like a dance with you? Or just like
That
ask
said no
out.
or yes?
Or just ask out.
Can
What is
I-
the hardest that
Can
you've
I
done to ask
amend
a
that
girl
to
out?
most elaborate ploy to get someone to make out with me?
Sure.
All right.
So there's this,
Oh my God.
So there's this girl, Dana.
yeah. Catwow says, "Give her Bitcoin."
Love it.
Fair enough.
That's maybe my favorite comment. It's so funny. That's
Out
the-
of context, give her the Bitcoin.
That's the most millennial shit ever.
Actually, Lil Shooty says, honestly, with how much older people date younger people in Missouri, he's got a solid chance.
Do we think you could just walk up to her and be like, "Hey, I'm younger," and she'd be like, "Down."
Whoa.
Does that work? Is it that easy?
He's going to ride up on his ATV in his full camo suit. He's going to pull out a camo dress. And be like, this is your size.
And he's like, I can't see you in this.
Find out next
They
time
can't
on
see us.
Maury.
You were
Most
saying-
elaborate.
Yes, most
Mhm.
elaborate ploy. It's not super elaborate, but there was a girl in college, and we went to a bar, and my trick, which I'm forever ridiculed by my friends for, I think it was great. I don't know why they make fun of me, but basically we got our bill, and then I was signed the check, and then I was doodling
Baller
on a
move.
napkin because I I draw, so I just doodle. Not to be confused with Dana's doodle cakes. So I was doodling, and then she was like, "Oh my god, we were drunk." She's like, "Oh my god, you draw?"
Did you know her
I was like,
before?
yeah, like we were there, we went there together.
Alright.
And I was like, "Yeah, I draw, doodle." I'm like,
Yeah.
got a great hookup at the Doodle Cake store. If you needed it, but that's a
Oh.
separate deal.
Mm.
And then, so then I was like, I got it. And then she took the pen. She started drawing. And
What'd you draw?
I can't remember. She was just like scribbling something. She
Probably
was
dick.
significantly worse at drawing than I was.
Wow.
So immediately superiority complex is in full
Here in
force.
Julian's life, I'm better than you. I know it.
I know.
So I was like, yo, stroke of genius in my brain. Yo, let's have a competition to see who can draw a better eye, like a human eye.
Not the letter I?
No.
Okay.
Technicality, she could have won.
Had to make it last longer than 1 second.
Have you always had problems
That's what she
with
said.
that?
That's what she said. That's what she said.
Julian never has problems finishing.
So
Oh, that's not
I was
true.
like, yo, let's draw.
Oh! Sorry.
So I was like, let's draw an eye. What the winner has to kiss the loser. And she was so drunk that she was like, carry the two. Oh,
Carry the two.
I see what you're saying. And so I won. And so then it worked.
The winner had to kiss.
She actually kissed you.
Yeah.
On the lips?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I've tried this. She went with the cheek thing. I was very disappointed.
Well, that's
You know who you are.
I think that's just because you didn't draw very well. That can be traced
Have
back.
you seen Derek Draws? If you go to Diet Coca-Cola on Twitter and look at his pinned tweet,
Mm-hmm.
Derek has definitive evidence that he can draw perfect.
Can draw.
Get on my level, world.
This guy draws.
This
This
guy.
guy
He
draws.
draws.
This guy illustrates. Too many syllables.
Yeah.
What is the most ridiculous thing you've ever seen anyone wear to a prom? Like crazy color, camo. You grew up in Missouri.
It's pretty basic.
Just
a lot of the girls just wore
aquamar-
whatever they got at the mall. Sorry.
Aquamarine suit was one.
That's
Also,
cool.
a guy with like a turquoise vest and then a top hat and cane was at my high school. He was in my prom group.
Did he go stag?
No.
Whoa!
He was like one of the guys. You know, like when your friend like doesn't have a date, so you like wrangle like that random guy to be like, hey, can you just like ask my friend?
Bummer.
So that's how that went.
I think I've just mostly made fun of people who tried way too hard. Like, they went and obviously got their hair and nails and makeup professionally done, and then they had, like, those, like, $500 dresses with the fake sequins in them, and it's just like, dude, you're not a princess. Like, chill. Like, this is just one night. But...
He didn't go stag. However, he did wear a stag skin
what?
That's interesting.
that was still bloodied.
Oh dear.
That's
Where did that come from?
He said stag. I was just kind of holding on to it, and then I was like, gonna throw
It's
this
like,
in.
I've been holding on to that for
Alright.
3 days.
I
Did it justice.
I feel like I never had a crazy like play or ploy to like get someone interested, but one of the weirdest situations that just kind of developed naturally was I was at a party in college, and it was a tacky tourist theme. So this girl was wearing an alpaca shirt, and I see her, I'm like, oh my god, is that an alpaca? And she's like, yes, everyone thinks it's a llama. I'm like, my grandma raised those. And I was like, I've never had a dance battle with an alpaca before.
Oh!
And it totally worked. And it was like the only time that like a really stupid pickup line like actually worked.
That's perhaps the best out of context pickup line. I've never had a dance battle with an alpaca before.
She's vibing on it.
Mm-hmm.
That's close to as good as when the girl told me right before we started making out, I feel bad for Hitler.
Oh.
Same
That's-
girl?
That
Wait,
no,
was-
no
Because
different.
like you have
Girl,
better
a
facial
better-
hair. Because like
Like you're asking what the context was?
yeah.
For the life of me, I can't remember. All I remember is the last thing she said before we started making out.
Pucker up.
Well,
And you were like, I'm in.
And I was like, down.
That says a lot about
That
Julian's
clearly did not
character.
give me pause.
We're gonna have a long talk about this after.
Yeah, afterwards.
We've learned that Julian is the Barney Stinson. He can trick women into making out with him in weird ways.
Yeah, I'm realizing now that we're going through it.
Yeah.
I had to
I
trick
have
him
a
into
lot of
making out
tricks.
with me, so...
What's that story?
What's that story? I literally grabbed his face and shoved him against a fence.
Yeah, I
so.
don't really know how
No
that's...
escape. First, eliminate exits.
That's not a trick.
I don't really know how that's
Trap them.
tricking me.
Surprise them.
So much
It was a
as
surprise attack.
so much as assaulting
Surprise
me
your partner.
Yeah.
facially.
There was one time that this girl was like really drunk, and we were talking, college majors, because that's what you do when you're a freshman. And she got really impressed that I knew what actuarial sciences was, because no one knows what that is.
Walk in Polly.
Yeah, and she was like blown away, but like didn't go anywhere.
My friend wanted to be an
obviously.
actuary, that's why.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Which was almost even worse.
What did
But I had a friend
they
who wanted to be an actuary.
actually do?
Actuarially do.
What did she have?
The main thing, it's like applied mathematics, but the main thing
No,
that you
yeah.
can do is like set insurance rates if you work for an insurance company.
Risk analysis.
Ooh.
How many specifically number job related puns can we come up with?
Well,
Too many to count.
at least 69.
Oh!
Too many
Oh!
to count. At least 16. Damn, I thought that was going to be a dead end. That was
Yeah.
nice.
So why'd you ask?
I don't know. I just kind of came out of my mouth.
Yeah, well, some of
Usually-
us can divide by 0 all the time, but I got numbers. I don't know, I tried. That
She needs a golden calculator
Yeah,
too.
that was more what I.
All right.
Okay,
now,
ladies.
We have a guy from Brazil who just joined our stream. Says, I don't know how I
Or
found the
girl.
stream. Or a girl. I'm from Brazil, and they say I can't understand nothing. Hausha.
If you can teach this guy one word in English
I kind of
that's
like.
going to help him navigate for his future trip to Los Angeles, what word do you teach him?
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I really like Hausha. I think he's taught me. Like
Oh,
this.
yeah.
I'm gonna just every time I laugh now, just say it as Hausha. Oh,
And there's the crime.
oh, Shaolin, you don't know what you've wrought upon this. Oh man, don't you just love it when people wrought things upon you?
Yeah, it's like my favorite thing ever.
When they just,
Yeah.
I have a scrapbook of all the times I've been wrought.
someone just comes
That's
along
such a
and
bad word. Like,
Yes.
it just sounds
someone just comes
horrible.
along and they do something you have no idea what they've wrought. You know.
What are other words that you think sound really weird or like bad?
I mean, everyone hates moist for whatever reason.
I don't hate
Yeah, I
moist.
don't-
I'm fine with moist.
Yeah, I don't. I don't.
Here,
like
this is like the only time I've been in a room with 4 people and none of them hate the word moist.
Yeah.
And what about drippy?
Okay, that's kind of... Well, the way
It's
you
just
said
like-
it. The way you said it made it gross.
the one that I don't like is shingles.
Shingles.
I don't know
Fine
why.
with
It just makes me go.
What about greasy?
No.
That's in there.
No, doesn't really do anything.
I know, like, crusty is one that people don't
Okay.
like. Panties is another one that people are like, why are you
Really?
just even saying that?
I don't love it, but I don't hate it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
You know, it's a fun word to say is ointment.
What about pantaloons?
Pantaloons. Doubloons.
Doubloons.
Big goons.
Literally, the only reason I know the word
Splatoons.
doubloons is because of Neopets.
Yeah, same.
I
So-
miss the Neopets craze.
Ooh.
I still play Neopets sometimes.
Catwow says secretion.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's gross.
Yo, Catwow, 1, 2. 2 for 2 this stream.
Secretion.
Catwow, I don't know if you're located anywhere near us, but you should be on this podcast.
Yeah,
you
for
are
real.
killing it today.
That's hilarious.
What
And
was
you
it?
love my cats.
Oh, being rot. That's what we were talking about.
Right.
Well, okay, so if you could teach him one word for your own pleasure to
Heh.
watch him or her.
If I could teach, his name's Carlos. If I could teach Carlos,
Yeah, like one word in
Hi,
English.
Carlos.
Like I would teach Carlos yas. Instead of
Yas!
like, as a word of confirmation. So like, sir, would you like more water in your glass? He's at a fancy restaurant. He's like, yas. He speaks in Portuguese and he's just yas.
I know Julian would just be dope.
dope. No, I teach him swag.
Oh, no.
I teach him
Instead,
swag.
Julian,
instead
can-
of what word would you replace swag with?
Anything.
Ju-
You can literally replace it with anything.
Can swag be taught, though, Julian? Or is one just born with it, like an innate swagness? Or do we have a swag meter that, like, depending on the, nurture of our childhood, their swagness?
Swagometer?
If you
Yeah.
try really hard, swag makes exceptions. The swag force
I
will
thought trying
accept. The swag force will accept those who try very hard, but for the most part, you're just born.
I thought
with it.
trying hard was, like, one of the least swaggy things you can do.
Right, but it's a really weird thing where you have to be trying as hard as possible, but not at all.
Okay.
And
Like,
then,
you can't show how hard you're working.
Yes.
But you have to work
but
very
in the
hard.
back,
Never show how hard it is.
Can you drip
so
it?
like you just can you what?
Can you drip it?
Can you drip it?
Can you drip swag? Can you secrete swag?
No. This is a common
Gross.
misconception. You cannot drip swag, however, you can be dripping with finesse.
Oh.
That you can do.
Mm.
But it's
That
kind of
don't
like
make no sense.
I know, I know. But it's the kind of thing where like you have to appear as aloof as possible publicly, but then privately watch all the Robert Downey Jr. videos that are available to you.
You sound pretty experienced.
Shaolin taught us something.
He says
And-
never search for P de maracuja on Google. Remember this and never search.
Okay, well, we're definitely
We
Google
need
image
to
searching
us to
now.
Google
Yeah.
Georgina is obviously a glutton for punishment as she looked it up immediately.
Oh my god.
What if you replace? Okay, so you tell them instead of the word "thank you,"
Julian.
like, you teach them swag as like appreciation. So
That works.
someone's like, "Sir, here's your order," and he's just like, "Swag." He leaves.
At that point, you're just, oh, that's not.
I would
I'm
like to
looking up-
teach him the subtle art of bitch.
I'm looking at P de
No, before you guys think, oh no, Dana, that's a bad word. It's not calling someone a bitch. It's just using
Ew.
it in a very
Oh,
like
that's
finite
that's
way. That's how I like
Like,
to
is
say
it timing?
Yeah, it's
Ew.
just like, Derek, your hair looks great, bitch. Like there's just like a very like you have to like do ... bitch.
It
I
takes
thought I was in the
years.
clear. I'm like, I'll take that at face value.
Yeah.
Oh,
But-
it's like you pulled it away a
Julian,
little bit.
your shirt does not go well with the rest of your outfit, bitch.
Oh,
It's like-
It
it's
takes
a little
years to
thorny.
master this.
Yeah,
stuff.
you
It's a
really
little
have to
thorny.
master
You're
it.
not in it right now. You like when you're at your peak, you deliver it in such a way that it almost falls out of your mouth,
It's
and it's like
devastating.
you're unaware that it's happening, but you're fully in control. So it's kind of like
It can't be forced.
you're like a give me a salad, bitch. That's what it is.
Yeah,
It's just
no.
like your
You
facial
literally-
muscles can't move.
No, it's very subtle. Like
So you just have to show your language,
Yeah.
and that's how you use
No,
bitch.
you can say everything else fine, but then when you say bitch, it has to just fall out of your lips.
Can you do Gatorade me, bitch?
No, but there's too much.
Did I wait too long?
You're trying
No,
to.
no,
Yeah.
there was just too. There was too
I
much.
can just tell you're trying.
Yeah, so you're not getting any swag either.
It's like give me a Gatorade, bitch. That's what.
Well,
it is.
Dude, I think you need
Jesse
some more
from Breaking
emphatic bitches.
you guys sure say bitch a lot.
Bitch.
Well,
What did we teach him? We taught him yas. We taught him swag,
Bitch.
Dope.
and we
Yo,
taught
is
him.
that
Yeah.
what's yours? Have you taught him a word?
Well, we gave him an important lesson upon the swag
Yours.
force.
No.
The
Yours.
swag force.
I would
you want to be a walrus? I've got the word
Yours.
for you.
I would teach him the simplicity that is the goofy "Wake Me Up" cover. So
Mm.
"Wake Me Up," which is a long past tradition in American culture.
I've heard that.
Yes.
Can you describe the origin of this term?
Yeah, it's you see into someone's eyes, really, like open doors. And then
leading you down into my core.
Yes.
Where you become so numb.
Yes, exactly. And then all you really have to do is when you see that person, just wake them up. But make sure you get inside. And if
you can't wake up?
You need to save them then. At that point.
Okay.
And call their name.
Can you save them, though? From the dark?
No, I can't.
Okay.
They can only save themselves, really.
I really want to participate in this, and I don't know the lyrics well enough.
You don't know Bring Me to Life?
No, I do, but not well enough to, like, I was just trying to...
Julian, how many times have you watched the goofy cover of this song? Everyone should watch this,
That song was the awakening of my scenemdom.
But did it
high
wake
school.
you
You
up?
ever listen to Broken Side? That was my sister's, like, peak scene
I didn't,
kid.
no.
Oh, my God.
If you rewatch this, if you just replayed the last 10
Surely it's like
seconds,
it's
you
like-
would have just seen me, like, trying
I
so
won't-
hard. Like, it's one of those videos
That was not
where it
swag.
just...
You should have just come up with some angsty lyrics and been like, roll the dice. This has to be in there somewhere.
What if he didn't pick up on that? And he's just like,
You guys are
alarm
weird.
clocks, right?
Dude,
We're like, no.
Isn't it weird that you walk in the park during?
Now, you know what would be kind of funny is if Goofy could do Cut My Life into Pieces.
Cut my life into pieces.
This is my last resort.
Yeah.
He has his goofy glove and he's
no.
hammer on the guitar strings.
Headstrong. I'll take you on. Headstrong. I'll
take
take
on
on anyone.
I think one of the most underrated parts of the Goofy cover is the "How can you see through my eyes?" Everyone just thinks of "Can't wake up."
Yo, who in the Disney squad would he
Save
who would
me.
he call out with this?
Like who? Dude, he's totally rap battling Donald Duck right now.
Whoa.
He's like, "Pull up your pants." He's like, "Pull up your pants." Oh wait, you can't. You're Donald Ducking over here.
What about the Mickey version of that? Is that funny?
You just had
Is that
Can't wake up. Save me!
Save me!
Hope you brought a towel.
How can you see into my eyes
Like open doors. Like open doors. What other songs would can anyone do Donald Duck?
We need a song in the comments. What's a song? We'll do a Disney cover right now.
No, that's just like a
You
demon.
can do Stitch.
I can't do Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. What are the lyrics?
How can you see into my eyes like open doors?
How can you see into my eyes like open doors?
Well, how do you say that in Hawaiian?
Ohana means family.
Oh, yes.
Ohana means wake me up.
Reflection by Mulan.
Mickey Mouse or Goofy?
Oh, we're fucking.
Can you do Minnie?
Let's get down to business.
Not the same song, but okay.
Yeah.
Feet.
I actually don't know. Like, I can't think of Minnie's voice compared to Mickey's.
Okay,
Is it
Mickey,
just-
Mickey.
Okay. When will my reflection show who I am inside?
Okay, this is surely a joke. Shaolin says our version of haha is kick. Is that just kick, or are they going?
Yo, you're going full AK-47.
He's like, gang, gang, we out here laughing.
Dude, I just want.
It sounds aggressive.
I want to get in a laugh circle with this motherfucker where we just sit and go. I can't wake up.
You know, was one of my favorite rules in the game. You guys have played King's Cup.
Yeah.
You know, you
Circle
create a
that,
rule.
yeah.
My favorite thing is whenever you laugh, you have to choo-choo train.
So then everyone else starts laughing.
Impressive.
Least favorite rule is definitely Little Man, though.
Mm-hmm.
Or Invisible Man, however you call it.
Oh, yeah, we have to, like, pick him up and put him.
Yep, put him back in.
Trent says Uptown Funk by Goofy.
Okay.
This is an ice. No, I can't do it.
Okay, let me just get back. Save me. Okay.
I
I need to like
Just
get
gotta
back
get into it.
With Evanescence.
Oh, down, funk me up, down, funk it up. I actually don't know the words that well.
Yeah, no.
Get down. No, that's off.
Don't believe me? Just watch.
Inside me. Don't believe me? Just watch.
Oh god, the Mickey fight was so funny.
Oh
It
god.
was worth it.
Okay,
So
guys,
worth it.
we are almost out of time, but we have a sponsor today.
Oh, fantastic.
Our show was brought to us
The Mickey Mouse
by Corey Coney's Covered Corn Dogs.
Corey Cody's
Dude, we
corn
got
dogs.
Corey. Oh
Corey
my god.
Coney's Covered Corn Dogs patent corn dog recipe.
Oh my god. So if you guys mess with some stick, this is the perfect corn dog for you. Corey hooks you up. He's
Yo.
got the perfect batter, its thickness, its girth. It can barely stay on the stick. It's leaning. It's got that left curve going.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yo,
Heard
do
that.
you guys stick?
Yeah.
Do you guys stick?
I stick on the regular.
You gotta stick with Corey's though.
Okay.
You gotta hard stick the landing in your mouth.
Are you guys a motherfucking gay dog, though?
What?
You're like,
You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Okay, it's a South Park
That
episode.
was,
No,
that was
but-
a reach. That
No,
was
it
a hard
really
reach.
wasn't.
dude,
It really was.
your Marky Mark Funky Bunch thing will never be topped, so don't
That
ever
was
judge.
the
Don't
best.
ever judge it.
That was
but,
the best.
But back to Corey's.
Corey Cornelius Coney's
Covered
Covered Corn Dogs.
corn dogs.
Oh, man.
Well, we tried them.
Yeah.
They sent us a box.
And did they make you a motherfucking gay dog?
They're plump and juicy.
Incidentally, I did not like other male dogs after eating
After-
them.
Okay.
Oh my god, it was
So-
crazy. Georgina is right. Corey is in the house, and he's in our hearts because these corn dogs are life.
And for some women, it's
changing.
somewhere else.
So
Yeah, like their hair. They get it works really well as a curler corn dog. Actually, it's their specialty.
Yeah, the grease it really helps with that curl.
Wow, I didn't know Brazilians know "Do you know the way" yet.
Do you know the
Interesting.
way?
Do you know the way to Corey's? Actually, where is it located?
Corey's is located on Venice Beach.
Mm.
Mm.
Near
That's-
hot dog on a stick? 'Cause
that's real
That
competition.
is some corn dog competition.
Well, yeah, they opened it up. You guys know about the secret war between corn doggeries, right?
Yeah, the one from 1986, or the one from 1998.
No, the one that preceded it.
Oh, before that,
Yeah, from 1945.
the prequel corn dog wars.
During the war, corn dog
Which-
CWs.
Yes.
between rival corn doggeries.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
Like, who can dip it and stick it in each other?
You gotta ride it, rip it, and roll it.
No, it's an urban legend. Some believe it, some don't. But they say that.
Do you?
They say that if you had gone out after hours during the war in London and in the U.S., you would have rival corn doggeries meet each other in the street and beat each other to death with their corn dogs.
And it was really to prove which one was
Foam
firmest.
Q-tip.
Like
Shaped
which
like corn
one
dogs.
would
Yeah,
stay
yeah.
on the stick?
Yeah.
Because if I hit yours and it falls apart, like clearly you are the subpar,
They
and
just
that's
weenie
why
slapping each other.
that's
and
why
it's that
we
in their
don't
face.
have Willie's wieners on a stick anymore. They're just gone. Because you know why? The wieners got knocked off the stick, and they lost their street cred. No one's going to Willie's anymore. No one wants that wiener
Never.
in or around their
I
mouth.
also heard that Willie's Wieners was a lot smaller.
Yeah,
You know?
and not even as girthy to make up for it.
You need a really big broadsword, you know what I mean?
Trent is asking a really important question. What's the advertising slogan? Need for fan art reasons. The one that I know from the pre-war era
Yeah,
was
the classic.
their classic slogan
Yeah.
was "Stick it where the sun does shine."
Oh,
Mm.
Yeah.
But
I've heard dip it and stick it in your mouth was one of the new ones. Well, I've seen
Is
a
that new?
T-shirt like
They're
that. Yeah.
just going-
see,
Dip it and stick it.
their like really edgy '90s one was you want Corey in and around your mouth.
Actually, so I heard that Corey Cornelius Coney went to high school with Dana.
Oh,
What was he like in high school? Like, did you know that he was going to create such a big weenie empire?
I didn't know at the time, but it all makes sense now because so many girls really liked him, but none of them would explain why.
Yeah,
Interesting.
And
they must have
come to
just
find
really
out,
liked his dog.
They just really, really, really liked his large corn dog.
His sauce is one of the best parts about.
that he cooked.
Yeah.
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 Totally.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
his stick game is
On
perfect.
point.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stick talk.
They're like, yo,
So we-
Corey's stick game.
I hear that the inside of the corn dog is the best part. Like
The
there is
bread.
a cream filling.
That would be the opposite of the inside, Julian.
No, I'm sorry. I meant like the coating of the bread. It was in my head. It just didn't get to my mouth correctly.
Mm. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it does get to my mouth correctly.
Yeah.
Corey.
Corey's.
Yeah.
Corey's, yeah.
Coney.
And Corey's corn dogs.
What does it taste like? I feel like it's a little fleshy flavored.
Well, there's some flesh in there
Yeah.
because
The batter's
it's corn
pretty
dog.
He puts himself into it. You know, he puts himself and his secret sauce
He does.
into the mix. So
He
you
does.
always have a little bit of Corey inside you.
Well, so they
The secret ingredient, I think, is coriander. Actually,
coriander.
He's really big on name puns.
Yeah.
He like, you know, he's born. He's like Corey Cornelius Coney.
he made that
Corn
decision
dogs.
himself.
Mm.
Trip C's.
King with a C. King of.
He also has
Corn.
corns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did send us a box.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I had them. You had them. You had them.
Yeah.
We ate them all. Didn't let Derek
In
have them.
various ways.
They moved a lot of units.
We were upset with Derek that day, so we didn't let him have any. But what did you like? Favorite flavors from the variety pack that we got? Was there a particular one you guys liked most?
The one that had a hint of pineapple.
Right.
Mm.
Like I think
Yeah.
Corey must
It's
have
the
had
Hawaiian
pineapple, and it was
variation.
like on his hands when he was working with the vine.
There was a Mountain Dew flavored one too.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's his popular
very-
recipe.
Mhm.
He actually
Yeah.
dunks the whole thing in Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you
I
just
hear
gotta
the
get that
gamers
flavor.
love it.
Yeah.
Really experimental area was the wasabi peas one, and
Oh.
man, people did not like that if they were expecting a regular dosage of Corey, and all of a sudden the wasabi peas came out. Like, no, you want to be prepared. Like,
It was
hey,
made for the
people did
Japanese
not-
market,
people did not
but
take
they're
that.
having trouble selling some of the.
I'm gonna let you tell that joke.
Yeah. Well navigated. Yeah. But so Corey Cornelius Coney's covered corn dogs. What are they covered in? I mean, just Corey sauce?
Honestly, there's
Well, that's what I was
different
asking.
sauces you can choose
That's
from.
what I was asking, yeah.
There's a very nice, creamy
Mhm.
white sauce. It's very thick in texture.
A cream
ranch?
fresh.
it's a bit salty.
Well, it's the garlic
Um,
aioli.
There's another one, yeah, but this one's just flavorless, salty.
They had a test kitchen that you checked out, Julian. What other sauces?
That's right. I almost forgot. I got invited to their factory.
Oh yeah, how'd that go?
Did you meet Corey, or was Corey busy?
No, Corey was busy. But now that I know that Daniel,
Yo, he's busy with some corn dog shit.
now that I,
You don't have time for you.
he didn't have time.
Not giving tours on his factory.
But now that I have information that I had before as well, that I didn't just learn just now that Dana went to high school with them, I'm wondering why you pull that string and get me a better tour of the factory. Because what ended up happening is I just showed up and they just put me in a corner and kind of just threw sticks at me
The corn dog corner.
after they covered me in batter. So
Bummer.
I'm not sure if that was the standard tour or if I got special access.
I really think Corey
You've heard
broke
his
out
talk.
when he was a sponsor of the Fry Cook Games.
Mhm.
I think that's really when he
He did, yeah.
went over the top.
Honestly, I think the
Sponsored
reason that we
Rick,
didn't have
right?
the hookup before was because he had asked me to try his largest corn dog available, and
But for some reason, he just couldn't get it out. You know,
He couldn't
it
get
wasn't
it
as
out.
big as he expected.
and he
And
wasn't
said
impressed.
he said it never happened
Yeah,
that he couldn't get his corn dog to work.
yeah.
I'll tell you what, I've had one of Corey's 12-inch corn dogs at a nude beach. That is a story for another time, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're all out of time. You know, I think we gave Corey a really good plug.
Oh wait,
Um,
but hold on.
Corey will give you a good plug.
One quick thing: do not, and I mean do not, go to Cornelia's corn dogs.
Oh, fudge.
Well, that's his
Yeah.
uncle. Nobody goes there.
Cornelia?
Yeah, you said Cornelius.
Cornelia. He's
Right.
Cornelius.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's what I said. It's his aunt.
Oh,
Yeah.
his
Yes.
aunt.
Yeah,
That's
nobody,
totally what you
nobody
said.
goes there. She's
Yeah.
got the rickety shit on the Santa Monica Pier.
Yeah,
Nobody,
I
nobody-
hear not great reviews.
So go to cccc.com
Mm.
5 C's.
and
Quad C, Penta C, you know.
yeah, and just when you check out,
Fantasy.
enter coupon code Big Stick Riff Stick.
Or
It's
you
pretty
can
long.
you can go on his Craigslist ad, "Man seeking stick for good time."
But how much? It's like new, though. So.
Yes.
And you'll get a significantly larger helping of stick
Mm.
in you,
Yeah.
in your life.
I haven't had a stick in a minute, so
I hear if you're sick,
Yeah.
you need some stick.
I haven't had a good stick in a while. So.
Dude, I have not been stuck in a long time.
Stick it to you.
Mhm.
Let's sign off. In traditional Riffsters fashion, we are going to do a quick sign off. Improv. Dana, 3, 2, 1.
Don't forget, stick it in your mouth and swallow.
Jack, 3, 2, 1.
Read our literature where censors are us.
Julian, 3, 2, 1.
Stick it before you lick it.
And Derek, 3, 2, 1.
That was it.
All right, guys.
Okay,
Catch
thank you
us.
so
We'll catch you
much.
next week.
Catch us
Yeah,
next
see you,
week.
Cat Wow. See you, Shalyn. See you, Georgina.
Everyone who's here, thank you. We'll be live next time. Hopefully, we don't have issues with the
Live stream.
the technology next time, and we should be live earlier.
You're gonna go get some stick.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go stick
Thank
it
you,
to
Corey.
Stick it good.